own country's treating me like a criminal. It's because I believe that they stole the rightful president. And just standing up for my country, it makes me a criminal. And it's just not right. It feels so weird to be here. Over 3 years ago, I was here.
That was Rebecca Lavrenz, I hope I'm saying that right, who was dubbed the praying grandmother, who attended the Stop the Steal rally on January 6th of 2021, prayed with a group of people outside the Capitol building and went into the Capitol building where she stayed for just 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. She's been on trial this week in Washington, D.C., facing prosecution at the hands of Biden's weaponized Department of Justice. By her own admission, she spent about 10 minutes inside the Capitol building on January 6th, over an hour praying outside, and for that, she's been charged with 4 misdemeanor counts. Surveillance footage shows her peacefully walking around inside the Capitol building and even speaking to a Capitol police officer leaned forward slightly to hear her. I didn't get into this for myself, she said. I was there to stand up for my country. I asked God if I did something wrong, if I needed to repent. And God said, no, you went there to make your presence known and to pray. My biggest prayer is that God gets the final word this week. Lavrenz, who was making a birthday cake for her son when the FBI, remember I did a video on FBI going to people's homes for posting their political views on Facebook. Facebook and the FBI are like this. She was baking a cake at home with her son when the FBI came knocking on her door over a year after January 6th, was charged with entering and remaining in a restricted building and grounds, disorderly and disruptive conduct in a restricted building, disorderly conduct in a Capitol building, and parading, demonstrating, or picketing in a Capitol building. Lavrenz is a mother to 4 adult children, grandmother to 7 grandchildren, and great-grandmother to 1. She said she had prayed about whether or not she would attend the Stop the Steal rally and the Ellipse in D.C. on that day. It didn't take me that long to figure out God was saying to go there, she said. I do what I can in prayer, and I put my action to my faith. She drove from Colorado to Washington, D.C. That's not an easy drive. That's at least a good 1,500, maybe 2,000 miles. I could be wrong, but let me know in the comments if you have the right amount. It was a patriotic, joyful time to be around so many people who love their country, she said. I felt a strong presence of the Spirit of God fall over me, and I started crying, end quote. Quote, my mission in life is to know God and make his ways known and restore the country back to its godly foundations, Lavrenz said. Without God, there is no justice. Over 1,300 people have been charged by Biden's Department of Justice under Attorney General Merrick Garland. Agents are still in the process of finding and arresting people who were present inside the building, as well as those who simply tread on the grounds outside. You couldn't even just been outside. Outside. I mean, what is happening here? President Joe Biden has used the events of January 6, 2021 to claim that, quote, white supremacy, end quote, is the greatest threat facing the nation. He also does an amazing job of dividing the country. Mr. President, isn't your job to bring the country together, to bridge the divide? But he continues to use this rhetoric of MAGA extremists, these white supremacists, and these extreme supporters of Trump. You're alienating over half the country, President Biden. You're supposed to bring us together, not split us further apart and create a larger divide. Lavrenz went on to say she entered the Capitol building with a crowd of people and stayed within the ropes that blocked people from entering certain parts of the building. I didn't say anything, she said. I didn't shout or wave. I didn't see any violence when I was in the Capitol, and there was no damage. I felt God's presence in me and just made my presence known to let Congress know we, the people, voted them in office. And we were saying, you need to listen to what we're saying. The 71-year-old grandmother was arrested nearly a year and a half later and charged with 4 federal misdemeanors at the U.S. District Court in Denver, Colorado. She is charged with entering and remaining in a restricted building. She faces up to a year in prison and fines of more than $200,000 for entering the Capitol for just 10 minutes because she felt compelled to bring God inside the Capitol with my presence. The jury selection for Lavrenz's case begins on Monday, and the trial is expected to last until at least Thursday. This video was posted by Rebecca Lavrenz on X on March 20th, 2024, the video that you just saw. I'm really, really confused. Somebody make this make sense to me. So you mean to tell me that you can't peacefully enter the Capitol building, which is every American's God-given right and constitutional right. This is a woman who has no criminal record. She engaged in zero property damage and zero violence. She's a devout Christian. She runs a bed and breakfast in Colorado, has 4 children, 7 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. And she's facing a year in prison and $210,000 in fines for praying? Help this make sense to me. It doesn't make an ounce of sense to me, Nez Nation. I am so appalled by this. We're entering a whole new level of madness here. I want you to share this video, share Rebecca Lavrenz's story with everybody and anyone you know. If I can find, I haven't found one yet, but if there's some kind of a support link or GoFundMe, I will leave that in the description and in the show notes and in the pinned comment as well. I haven't found one yet. If you find one, let me know and I will post it in there. You can reach out to her. She's pretty easy to get a hold of. This is very symbolic, what this is. First of all, it's just not right. It's just not right. But it's absolutely beyond that. It's madness. What this is madness. And what kind of a country are we when you have zero priors? Remember, the criminal thug illegal alien who killed poor New York Police Department officer Jonathan Diller, shot him, had 21 priors, and he was let out time and time again. Rebecca Lavrenz has an unblemished record, 0 previous charges, 0 felonies, 0 across the board. She's never committed any misdemeanors or crimes or anything. And they're threatening to put her in prison for a year and fine her $210,000 for what? For praying? Am I nuts, or is this complete bonkers? Is this complete madness? Let me know in the comments. I'm going to throw this off to you, Nez Nation. Let me know in the comments what you think of this, because this, to me, is another example. All of the weaponization of going after Trump with Cash Money G. Willis, Letitia Big Shame James, Elvin DA I don't do crap brag, Eric I just give away all the money to Adams, Governor Hochul, Governor what's her name from Michigan? I forget her name. I mean, the weaponization of the DOJ going after Trump, and now you're going after people who pray for Trump too? What's next? If I think about Trump, I'm going to get fined? If I happen to maybe I'm hanging out with my family or in my own home, or dare I say even at a public park or something like that, and I happen to say I don't think this is right, am I going to get fined? Even though I have 0 priors, 0 record of any misdemeanors, crimes, or anything, no criminal record whatsoever, am I going to get fined? Are you going to get fined, Nez Nation? Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Share this as many people as possible. We need people to be aware that this is what's happening. This is what Tombstone Biden, Commie Kamala, Chuck Schumer, Fraud Pelosi, Lion Pinocchio, Large Nose Newsom. This is the kind of America that they want. They want more government intervention. They want government to control everything. They want government to control how you think, act, behave, what you consume. This is the America that they envision for us. An America where government has oversight over every facet of our lives, and our independent American freedoms are completely thrown aside. I want to hear from you. Let me know. Share this video with as many people as possible. If you made it this far, don't forget, become a Nez Nation Insider. It's free. It's our free newsletter. It's in the pinned comment, in the description, and in the show notes. You just click on that link, click on the option for free newsletter, give us your best email. Bada boom, bada bing, you're in. So become a Nez Nation Insider. It's absolutely free. We don't spam. We don't share your email with anyone. Check out this live stream that I did today, which was absolutely awesome. Check out the video down there below. I'll see you over there as always, Nez Nation. God bless you. God bless your families. And God bless America. I'll see you soon.